There are many historical milestones in regards to the Hispanic culture. I've chosen only a few of the 100 of events and accomplishments that have taken place in the last 100 so years. I'm going to start in the year of 1910, when Mexicans decided to flee their homeland. They had hopes of finding safety in the United States. The Mexican Revolution was taking place at this time, and many were dying. In 1921, the Emergency Quota Act was put in place by Congress and President Harding. This basically put a limit on how many immigrants could enter the country at this time. In 1928, and excuse my pronunciation, but Octaviano Larrazolo became the first Hispanic senator in the United States. In 1942, the Bracero program was enacted by President Roosevelt, which allowed Mexican workers to temporarily be employed by the United States because many of the men were set off in World War II at this time. In 1954, the Hispanic community is protected under the 14th Amendment. In 1964, the United Farm Workers of America was founded by, of course, Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta. This was a strike on the low wages field workers were making in the United States. In 1986, Reagan reforms the immigration laws in the United States. Immigrants who entered the country before 1982 received amnesty and could begin the naturalization process to become. In 2003, the U.S. Census Bureau reports that Hispanics are the largest minority group in the United States. By 2014, the Hispanic population in California is greater than that of whites. The last milestone I'm going to speak on took place in 2017, and it was the first Mexican woman by the name of Catherine Marie Cortez is elected into the U.S. Senate by the state of Nevada. The song that is playing at the opening of my project is called Como la Flor by Selena. Here's a little bit more for you. Hi everyone, so the movie I chose for my project is Selena. So I chose this movie because it focuses on the life, the success, and the death of Selena, the Tejano singer. So she opened the doors for many other women with her brief moment in the spotlight. She began her music career at the young age of 10 years old, where she sang with a group in Spanish. She was a bilingual child because she grew up in Texas, but her family was from Mexico. I think she is a great role model for young Mexican girls all over the world. Even to this day, in 2018, I don't think there is a better Mexican woman performer for girls to look up to. Her music is still played at parties and clubs in honor of her talent. So my favorite part of the movie is... This is my nephew Jace. Say hi! So back to what I was saying, my favorite part of the movie is when Selena is at the mall shopping for her dress for the Grammys. And the store worker racially profiles her and says she's looking in the wrong place and that dress is totally out of her price range. And at that moment, a bunch of fans swarm in and start taking pictures of Selena and talking about how she's attending the Grammys that weekend. And of course, Selena went on and won a Grammy for the Best Mexican American Album of that year. Selena was tragically murdered in 1995 by the founder of her fan club over some money issues. Her legacy will live on forever through her music and fans young and old. I do highly recommend this movie to anyone. He's coming back! Come on! He's back! Hi! So on November 3rd, I attended a free celebration at the San Jose Museum of Arts in honor of Dia de los Muertos. I did take my little nephew with me, who you met earlier in this video, and he had lots of fun. That day there were a lot of kids there. I was really shocked by the turnout. I haven't focused on Dia de los Muertos at all since I was probably in 7th grade when it was part of the curriculum in my 7th grade Spanish class. But my nephew's favorite part was decorating the little sugar skulls. They did give out some of that Mexican bread, which is really good. Don't eat too much. And also, my favorite part was just walking around and looking at all the vibrant colors, the decorations, the skeletons. I had a really good day that day. I really enjoyed the fact that I was exposing my nephew to different holidays that are not part of our culture. We're Halloween people, we're very basic white people, but he got to see another celebration that I hope he really enjoyed. I think after me and my nephew attended this event, I was really happy that I took him with me because he is only almost 2 years old, but exposing them to things like this at such a young age is really important in the way he accepts other people when he's older and how he respects other cultures and their way of life, and I'm really happy that I had a contribution to that. So what is your home of origin?
I have 2 homes of origin. My father is from Mexico and my mother is from a European descent.
So what generation are you in the United States?
I am 2nd generation on my father's side of the family. My mother's side of the family, I am the 3rd generation.
Why did your family settle in the United States?
Well, my grandmother on my father's side pushed my grandpa to move to the United States because she wanted a better life for my father and his siblings. There wasn't much work out in Mexico, and there was better work opportunities over here.
So kind of like the American dream?
So, yeah, exactly.
What are the gender roles in your culture and in your household?
So, the gender roles in my culture are very traditional. I'm expected to get married at some point and have my own family. I am also expected to know how to cook and how to provide a good place for my children and husband to live. I'm expected to be there whenever the family needs me as well. If there's some kind of crisis or someone needs help with something, I should be there to lend a helping hand always. Another expectation is that is a little different from the normal Mexican traditions, is the expectation that I should have my own good paying job. Some of my family live in San Jose still, and they know if I don't finish school and get a good job, I won't be able to live on my own.
So your final question is to describe your family structure.
Okay, so my father is one of 7 siblings. My grandparents on my father's side, which is his parents, have both passed away already. My mother is an only child. Both of her parents are living alone in San Jose. So I am one of 3 kids. It is currently my mom, brother, and I living in a 2-bedroom condo. We don't have any extended family living with us right now. Thankfully, my mother's parents are still healthy enough to live on their own. When the time comes, though, for them to be taken care of, it will be my mom and I's responsibility.
Thank you for being here to interview with me.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys all had a great semester. Right, Jace? Right? Yeah.